Hi everyone, this is my fail tutorial video thingy. Why do I call it a fail? Mostly because I had to use this style, the quick music video application in my Pinnacle Studio given with Dazzle, and at the same time I thought the time limit said 30 minutes, but eventually it turned out to be an hour, so I can't really give you a full step-by-step of what actually happened or the whole process. But right now you can see I'm building up the shapes at first, shape based off a thumbnail I did before. I practiced up to 6 or 7, where did I go, 6 thumbnails? 4 thumbnails to actually get this one right. So technically I started with the skeleton and now I'm just building up the shapes, getting the overall silhouettes in on the picture. And so far it's a fun picture. I kind of reminded myself, or I'll have to remind myself, to technically crop the piece of paper before, like giving myself crop zones on this piece of paper before actually doing the work. So I won't have, you'll notice when it comes to the second character on the side or the character in the middle, I noticed that, yeah, I'm reaching the bottom. And technically, maybe I don't want to reach the bottom of the sheet. Maybe I don't want to get that experience again. So I'll try to, place small crop zones, maybe ½ inch crop zones on the paper before starting the pictures. And so I can set the thumbnail type of picture or the thumbnail area / picture on that crop or as that crop. So as you can see, the video, that music video style kind of messes up from time to time, and I really wish I was able to do the whole thing in front of you, but frankly that took an hour, and I also realized that the camera is not at a good position. It was on the right, and since I'm drawing with my right hand, there are some things that I'll block off from the camera. So hey, I'll eventually figure out a way to make a setup, have it stand on something. I'm not gonna have it stand on my shoulder, that would just make it worse. So again, from those simple shapes I built from the skeleton, I just start adding more and more and more, refining, adding some foreshortening on that first figure and a bit on the other figure, especially on this character. I had I had the vibe of Rufus mixed with Sonya, because the specific person wanted to have special powers linked to Sonya, linked to Chun-Li. So try to have that kick going past both those characters, those front characters. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you in the back or what's actually happening in the back, but there is a square type of character, an unknown character, that will pop out from a tactical insertion. Well, that square is the tactical insertion. So, again, it's a bit difficult to explain all of this, but there you see, pencil changed again. Love that music video style. The hardest part is basically one of the hardest part I've had was trying to get those fingers in position. And a trick I kind of wound up figuring out was starting with the front, the closest finger, and starting its first digit, its first cylinder, not the whole thing, just the first cylinder, and then matching up and starting the other fingers by starting their first cylinders as well. So you won't have any weird, odd overlapping, or you won't be forced to erase if you draw on top. And at the same time, you'll be keeping yourself in check, keeping your size in check, and seeing where all of it ends. It's a small thing I kind of picked up. And who knows, I might even switch it up by just doing the base of the fingers directly, maybe simplifying it at the same time. There's so many approaches when it comes to building those that, you know, it's all about exploring. I mean, for this time, starting with the first digit worked. Maybe next time it won't. And again, you know, I tried using my own hand as a reference, and especially switching the canvas around, just switching its position. Wow, that video style doesn't really help. And also, the hand started hurting. After an hour, I didn't realize how fast that hour went. But yeah, after an hour, you better take a break. Maybe even after 30 minutes, just a small 2-minute break. Something I should have done. Gotta add that as a tutorial. And then again, just trying to see, okay, this is kind of a weird concept of a squirt gun with salsa sauce, hyper inflammable salsa sauce. So added the barrels, added the sauce within the barrels, just seeing how far or how deep I can go with this quick sketch and the concepts that are in there. Frankly, it was on the fly based on the thumbnail, but as I'm doing the picture, I'm just figuring out more stuff that I want to add, or more stuff about the scene that I'm figuring out. So frankly, I kind of wish I remembered some of the deeper aspects or the deeper little tricks that I had to use. But oddly enough, it took me so much time to set up this video style so that I can get the whole hour crammed into, let's say, 8 minutes, and that I kind of forgot the whole experience. Who knows, maybe I should get a tape recorder, but frankly, you stop thinking and you just start drawing. And then you'll just counter check yourself, see, okay, does this work, does this not work, does this look good, does this, you know, get my eye away from the main point. I don't know, I'm learning more and more by doing those quick sketches. I also wanted to add some black to it, but I felt much more comfortable remaining in blue, reinforcing my outline and then adding the shadow. So who knows, it seems to be something I'm really agile with nowadays, but I know I want to get back into inking. I want to get back into doing some jet black type of artwork, so who knows what the future holds. And this, you can see me putting a piece of paper on top of the drawing while I do my shading, or even give tones to stuff such as hair and shading, mostly because you don't want your arm to smear off the shading. So there's not much to add. I'll eventually put the picture on DeviantArt and give you guys an update, but yeah, much of a failed tutorial there. Meantime, keep on drawing.